Hi, I'm David Carlin, founder and CEO of DA Carlin and Company. I'm really excited to share with you this exciting report from the World Resources Institute, the Financial Institutions Net Zero Tracker. Now let's dive in. What the tracker does is it looks at a number of different institutions and explores their commitments. And what they find are that not all commitments are created equal. Looking across a variety of factors, what they see is that even using the same pathway, the levels of ambition as well as degree of implementation are quite different. When we get to areas like nature and social equity, we also see differences. They rated financial institutions who've set targets across a number of these measures to see who are the furthest along in achieving their goals. Overall, though, the industry needs to move faster because they are lagging behind on their 1.5-degree pathways. And notably, too much finance is still going into fossil fuels compared to green assets. Let's look a little bit deeper at some of these key takeaways. First off, banks need to speed things up. And what that means is across the major sectors, those high emitting sectors that we really need to get to net zero by 2050, we're seeing that banks are lagging behind. This is concerning because some of the easiest work on decarbonization happens at the beginning. That deep decarbonization really is where the challenge lies. And so we see on fossil fuels that the current funding and current rates of emissions are too high. Also, though, notably on autos and transportation, we're seeing the industry lagging behind where it needs to be. Now, part of that comes down to this other piece, which is on green financing. A lot of times people think, well, we see green finance hit records every year. One, while that's great, it doesn't mean that it's sufficient. But two, we don't get to net zero by doing more of the good. We get to net zero by stopping the bad. It is the fossil fuel financing itself that is driving continued emissions. And so we look at the ratio that is suggested by the International Energy Agency of over 10 to 1. We see that very few institutions are coming anywhere near hitting that ratio of green to fossil assets. So we need to see not just the scale up of green, but the scale down of fossil if we're going to reach those goals. This report's super interesting also because there's a data set associated with it that you can slice and dice and explore yourself. Check it out by clicking the link here on the left. And if you have any questions about this presentation or any others, please reach out to me. My email can be found below. Thanks so much.